What's up, guys, and welcome back to I Am Machine. When we last left off, they were just about to go to the dance. So here's a time skip for ya. I was clutching onto Lawrence's arm as we arrived at the dance. I was super nervous. I could tell he wasn't well. I looked down at my dress. It was super tight on my body, like I wouldn't be able to fight in this thing. It was dark green like Lawrence's guard uniform and cape. I had white bling heels and a sandy blonde wig. Lawrence and I walked into the barn. Music was blasting. And when I say blasting, I mean like scream blasting. Remember, you're Izzy, and you're visiting Cadenza for just 2 days, okay? Lawrence whispers in my ear. Okay, let's just hope we don't run into. I was interrupted by a few screams. Being guards, Lawrence and I both shot up an alert. We both walked over to see what the commotion was about. This is Aphmau's point of view. I walked into the dance ball thingy by myself. I knew once I got in, everyone would be swarming me. I could hear the music from my house. I had to hold on my dress so I wouldn't get dirty on the ground. It was a long, puffy, light purple. You could have mistaken it for light blue. I had white gloves over my hands that cut off my wrists. My shoes were plain purple. I wasn't really full-on bling-bling shoe person. I finally made it to the dance. Taking a deep breath, I put a smile on and stepped inside. I heard screams from some of the girl villagers when they saw me. I began walking through the crowd. I looked over and saw Lawrence. Quickly, I rushed over to him. He had a girl with him. She was holding onto his arm. Aw, cute. Ah, good evening, my lady. I'm guessing you're the reason for the screams, Lawrence chuckled. Giggling, I responded. I'm afraid so, Lawrence. My eyes shifted off Lawrence and over to the girl. Oh, I almost forgot. Love, this is Aphmau, the Lord, he said, looking down at the girl. Nice to meet you, Aphmau. I'm Izzy. I can't believe I finally get to meet you. Lawrence has told me so much about you. She smiled, extending her hand. I took it. We shook hands. Once we were done, I could see Gareth standing from the table, ushering the three of us to come over. Oh, it's Gareth. Let's go see him. I think he's ushering us over. I giggled and began running through the crowd over to the table. Now, this is Gareth's point of view. I saw Aphmau talking to Lawrence and his date? I wonder if they want to sit down because heels are not the most comfy item to wear on your feet. I only know that's because, Aphmau had too much drink and, I did 2 things to Lawrence and, apparently we dressed up like princesses. Yeah. Realizing I had zoned out, I pulled out a chair for Aphmau with my free hand. I had a cup in the other hand. It was a water cup! I could see Aphmau smirking. She looked at the cup, then over at Lawrence, then back at the cup. Make sure you want Lawrence, says he. If he and Gareth get too wild on drinks, they might become Princess Lola and Princess Eternity again. Aphmau giggled. Hey, it was one time, okay? Plus, I wouldn't do anything that terrible when I had my angel with me, Lawrence said. I watched Lawrence running his hand along his girlfriend's back. Then he planted a kiss on her cheek. I could see her whole face turn red. She looked as if she'd faint. I decided not to stare any longer. I looked down at my water and took a swig. Now, this is Dante's point of view. I felt a pair of lips on my cheeks. I almost fell off the chair. It felt so wrong, but also felt so right. I didn't know what to think. Okay, so this is Lawrence's point of view. I stood up from my seat, looking at my squad. Why don't we all go dance and have some fun? This is a party ball thingy. Plus, there are only a few more songs before the slow dance, I said, looking at the dance floor. Yeah, let's go, Aphmau said, standing up. I grabbed onto Dante's hand, and I twined my fingers with his as we walked. I saw a pretty big path of floor that we could dance on. I walked over, still holding Dante close. How about here? I asked. It's perfect, Aphmau said, her eyes twinkling so bright they were almost memorizing. Well, let's get dancing, Gareth said. Now, this is a time skip, and also we're in Gareth's point of view again. The final hip-hop song had finally ended. It was time for the slow dancing. I looked over at Aphmau. She was standing beside me, smiling. I decided to take my chances. I reached over and grabbed her hand. She jumped a little, but held my hand back. I almost died right then and there. Aphmau, I have something for you, I said. Slowly, I grabbed a little black box from my tusk pocket and handed it to her. She took her hand off mine to take the box. I watched her open it. She squealed. I jumped, shocked at her reaction. Gareth, it's so beautiful. I love it so much. Thank you, she squeals. Suddenly, I feel a pair of lips on my cheek. I felt like I was burning up. I touched the back of my neck. Okay, heard a sizzling sound. My hand felt as if it was shoved into an oven. Gasping, I took my hand off my neck. Then I felt something else. It was like it sent an electrical surge through my whole body, as if I was going to melt into a pile of liquid on the floor right about now. I felt Aphmau pull away. She began giggling. You have a kiss mark on your cheek, she said, grabbing a napkin to wipe it off. I took her hand and put the napkin down. Keep it on. It's fine, I said, smiling. After helping Aphmau get the bracelet on her right wrist, she practically dragged me onto the dance floor. Slow down a little. Also, how many drinks did you have? I said, a little worried. Gareth, I only had 2. I'm perfectly fine, she said, running her hand up my chest to my neck. Gripping her wrists in my hand, we began to sway to the beat. I stood beside Dante. No, this is Lawrence's point of view. I stood beside Dante. I decided to go for it. Taking a deep breath, I grabbed his hand. Care to dance, my lady? I smiled. I watched as I saw a blush sprouting on Dante's face. Of course, my prince, Dante said in a girl voice. I grabbed onto Dante's hand, pushed my way through the crowd. I found a spot big enough for Dante and I. I put my hand on his hips. I felt his hand go on my neck. I pulled him closer. We began to dance around in circles. The odd time I'd dip him or make a small spin. Throughout the dancing, I realized something. I had feelings for Dante. The music stopped. Everything was perfect. Dante was in a dip. I bent down and did it. I felt our lips connect. I lifted him up. He deepened the kiss, leaving lipstick on my lips. I felt someone lace their fingers in my hair. I knew it was Dante. When we pulled away for breath, our faces were both light pink. Dante, all of a sudden, we heard an explosion, then screams. Okay, next chapter, chapter 7. Now this is Gareth's point of view. This is before the explosion. I was going to do it. I was leaning down to kiss Aphmau when we heard an explosion coming from the front of the barn. A few people started to scream. Many began to scatter. Gar! Aphmau started before getting cut off. Stay here, I said, and began running through the crowd. Gareth, no! I heard Aphmau scream. Now this is Lawrence's point of view. I ran through the crowd to find Aphmau and Gareth. I saw Gareth begin to walk away. I saw Aphmau rushing to get after him. I quickly grabbed onto her, pulling her back. Gareth, no! I heard her screaming as she struggled. Dante, take Lady Aphmau out of here. Get her to Brian's and make sure she's safe, I said. Dante took off the rig and threw it to the ground. Will do, Lawrence. Come with me, Lady Aphmau, he said, grabbing her arm. Dante? Aphmau said, shocked. No time to go. No time to explain. Go, I said, pushing them. Quickly, I began rushing through the crowd of villagers, most of them in panic. I gently pushed a few out of the way because I'm a guard and I need to find the danger. This is Dante's point of view. Lady Irene, please keep Lawrence, Gareth, and Lady Aphmau and the villagers safe. If anyone needs to die, make it be me, I thought to myself as I kept dragging Aphmau through the crowd. I saw Brian with Dale, Molly, Emily, and Corey. Lady Aphmau! Molly screamed, rushing over. Aphmau had been crying her eyes out, mostly because she was worried about her guards. Dante? Brian said, looking at me in the dress. Yes, I'm in a dress. Yay. No, anyways. Dale, Brian, and Corey take Molly, Aphmau, and Emma to Aphmau's house. All the kids are there with Zoe. Make sure they stay safe, I said as I rushed off. This is Aphmau's point of view. I felt someone lift me off the ground. I was held Bretto style. I glanced down. It was Brian. I sighed, wishing it was Gareth, but I knew it was for my own safety. I saw Corey and Dale carrying their wives behind me. I saw someone rushing up behind Dale. I wanted to scream, but it was too late. Somebody grabbed Molly's long hair, making them fall to the ground. A cry of pain escaped Molly's mouth as she was being grabbed by another person. Dale was held to the ground. Emmy was put down by Corey. She began rushing to my house. Brian, put me down. Go help the others. I'll be fine, I yelled. I felt my feet touch the ground, and I began running after Emma to make sure she stayed safe. I felt hands grab onto my neck. Then I was pulled into an alleyway. Someone had their hand over my mouth, another on my neck. I could feel nails sticking into my neck. I began gasping for air. Zane, I have her, a girl's voice crackled. Control, Taylor. Do not kill my fiancé. I can also see you redeemed yourself after embarrassment of an arrow shot the other night, Zane smirked. Looks like I'm reaching my, recording limit, so we'll start next time and find out why the heck Zane is here, because I have no idea what the heck is going on right now, but Zane is here, and there's something weird going on, so we'll find out next time, but for now, see you later, guys!